most relationships fail, and a preventative that you can implement to make sure that doesn't happen in your relationship. It's all about authenticity, so let's crack into it. First things first, no relationship's gonna last if you're being false, whether it's in your approach, whether it's years into the relationship. If what you are is the same as it was when you showed up in the beginning, then usually you won't have any problem because the real you is there. Oftentimes, men and women who get in relationships, they come from a place of pretentiousness, and it always backfires in the long run. This is why I suggest you guys come from an authentic place. Stop lying. Stop trying to sell yourself. Just show up as you. Now, if there's some things you need to work on, do that in your personal life before you get into a relationship. Because all relationships has a foundation that's either weak or strong. So ask yourself, guys, what kind of relationship do you have? Is your relationship built on falsehoods? Is your relationship built on a strong, concrete foundation? I know that's a good question. And some of you may be lying to yourself. Some of you may be straightforward and just tell the truth about where you're coming from. Where is my caveat to telling the truth? Some people may not respect your truth, and you have to be okay with that. You have to give them the gift of leaving, because otherwise, if you just give in and you compromise on a subject that you really don't want to compromise, you're going to be the one who suffers in the end. So, number one, stop lying to women. That's right, I said it. Stop lying to women. And the same for women. Stop lying to men. Because whatever you start with is what's going to be the momentum in the relationship. You're going to have a problem because they're not going to see you as the same person that you were in retrospect. Let that sink in. Because we make small situations into a grandiose event when it could really have been your fault because you started the foundation of a relationship. This is the responsibility of being a man. Women will follow a man, but not a boy. And women will follow a man who shows up as his true self each and every day. Now, I'm not saying you have to go out and be Superman, but you need to come from an authentic place. Stop lying to people. Stop lying to yourself. Surround yourself with people who hold you accountable for the things you say, the things that you do. This is the only way that anything in this world is going to make sense. It has to come from a concrete foundation that is right and exact. Anytime you spread a falsehood, no matter how many truisms you had in the past, people will say, well, if you lied about this, you must have lied about that. And you, in turn, my friend, will have to hold yourself accountable. Maybe it's your fault the relationship ended. Maybe it's her fault that the relationship ended. I don't know. But the fact of the matter is, relationships are just like a business. You have to show up and be willing to work. It's not just about you. It's not about just her either. But you have to come together in the middle. Let your polarities align. Find your true agreement in the very beginning. You need to manage your expectations in your relationships just like you do in a business. Trying to lie to these women just to get sex or some temporary pleasure, that's going to backfire on you if you have in your mind to create some type of longevity with this person. Ask yourselves right now, why do you lie? To get ahead? Do you think you're going to be able to maintain those lies? What if you get to a part in a relationship where you want to start revealing real truths about yourself? Something that could actually become a deal breaker for your spouse. Let that sink in. This is 2020, guys. If you want someone to love you, You have to love yourself, because nobody really knows what love is until they can tap into themselves. Just like Michael Jackson said, the late great Michael Jackson, the king of pop. He says, I'm looking at the man in the mirror. So why don't you take a look at yourself? Ask yourself, am I right and exact? Am I authentic in my lifestyle? Am I surrounded with people who are going to hold me accountable for what I do, what I say? Women are the best private detectives when it comes to interactions with men. And you really never know what kind of man you are until a person notices the way the other women perceive you. And the same thing for a woman. You never really know a real woman until she's in the presence of a real man and the way that she carries herself, the way that she acts. Most women come from, single parent families, just like men do. And those characteristics and principles end up following them in their adult life. Some women are damaged goods, as well as guys. But you can save yourself trouble if you just come from an authentic place. Tell her your story when it's the time to tell the story. But in the beginning, it's going to be like a honeymoon phase. Oh, there's a lot of love making. There's a lot of emotions that's surfacing around. My friends, do not let those emotions create a halo effect. See the person for who they really are. Don't just put it to the side because she has a pretty face. Don't just put it to the side because this guy has a good job, or he's handsome, or he has something that just captures your attention. Because throughout the course of the relationship, that person's going to reveal to you red flags. And it is your responsibility to pay heed to the signs, all right? Because when it blows up in your face, there's no one's fault but yours. Start taking accountability for your thoughts, words, and action, because you never know who's watching you. And if one day you decide to take off that pretentious mask that you've been wearing throughout the course of the relationship, well, there's going to be some consequences that comes with that. Whether it's pros or cons, it still falls into the subject of consequences. Are you man or woman enough to deal with that situation as it occurs? Because in the end, you may find yourself in a breakup. Oh my God, I've been through so many breakups. There was a time when I was an adolescent, all I knew was to lie, to be this player. But the truth is, there is no such thing as just a player, all right? Yeah, we say that life is a game, but we're talking about something much bigger than that. We're talking about coming from a place of truth. The best game is no game at all. I say that in all my videos. And do you really know what I mean when I say that? You shouldn't have to fight over something that's already yours. How do you know it's yours? Because you created the foundation. You was man or woman enough to stand on your principle rather than putting on this pretentious mask and following this person to your destruction. Most men nowadays have sabotaged their business because they are in a relationship with someone who is not conducive to the lifestyle or the dream or the vision of accomplishing your goals in life. It's just a foolhardy thing to do, guys. Getting involved with people who doesn't share that vision. But you will never make it to that stage because most relationships are created from a codependent standpoint. There's only 3 phases of a relationship, to be honest. The first is codependency, which is a no-no. The second one is independence. And thirdly, you have interdependence. Interdependence is basically, you can love a person, you can have a partnership and a foundation, but when you are away from that person, you're not relying on that individual to make you happy. So ask yourself, can you do it? You already know the answer, but ask yourself again, are you being honest? Or are you telling a lie? This is your man, Big Man Vino from Aspiring Natural. I am dropping these jewels for you guys. Hopefully it's going to open your mind up and allow you to have that heart-to-heart talk with the person that you hold near and dear. All right? I hope this helps you guys. And if you have anything that you want to say about this video, I love hearing comments from people. It will help me, grow my channel. It will help me become a better person too, because I am a student of life. All right? So I'm going to conclude this video. And as I always say, the best game